Evening one. It's Dunga again, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about my main account and walking you through that. Talking and walking. I started this account in this late December 25 during the Xenomorph, or the last few weeks of the Xenomorph login event. So I've got him, thankfully, and I've been playing quite steadily since then. Enjoy it a lot. To the extent where I've now got 4 accounts, so that's obviously must show you how much I like it. And I'm now starting to try and make YouTube videos in relation to it. So what I'm going to talk you through this account firstly, and then there'll be subsequent videos after this in relation to the other accounts. And if enough people watch them and there is people that actually want me to, I will then continue and do updates for each individual one. So if we look at this account to begin with, I will show you my level. Let's just show you my level 60s and my level 50s. So in terms of obviously the way that the account works, I got the login the characters in the form of Xenomorph and Ezio. More recently, I've had the Skeletor login character. I bought the relevant passes, so I got Predator and He-Man. I pulled an extra He-Man the other day, so he's currently a faction guardian. In terms of fusions, I've got Pelops, Mavara, and Masahiro, and currently I have 105 shards for Folin, so I'm ready to pull him. I just need to think about when the best time to pull him is, and then obviously whether I will watch builds and see how that goes, because he might be worth saving him for a CVC event so I can get extra points there, or a future champion chase event. Whereas if he's completely overpowered, I might pull him now because he might be a big uplift for my account. So I need to think on that. But yeah, if we go back to the team. So currently my current plans, and I open it out to the rest of you guys here. If anyone's watching, they can give their opinions, what they think I should go for. I'll tell you what I want and what I want to improve on, but at the same time I'll show you here. So I pulled today on stream. I pulled Allmaster Ophirion, who is rated extremely highly for both Demon Lord and Hydra. And I also pulled Kosk of two skins, who is also rated really highly for Demon Lord. So I want to build those two. In terms of other characters, I was looking to level 60. I've got Edward Kenway. I've got Lemonisi, because I've heard she's pretty good for soloing the final boss in... Is it Grim Forest, or is it Leshen, or is it in? I'm trying to think now. I've got myself stumped. Is it the? Yeah, it's the final boss here, isn't it? It's at Amius. So I've heard that there is some cheeses that you can use for Lemonisi. So I need to consider that. In terms of how many chickens I've got ready, I have currently. I've got 4 5-star chickens that are actual starred chickens, but in terms of other chickens, I have got a grand total of, quick maths, 8, 16, 20. So I can take, in theory, I can take 4, potentially, if I push a bit harder, I can take 5 characters up to 5 stars, to 6 stars relatively soon. So if we go back to my account and we go back to the layout we were looking at before, this is what I am currently working with. My go-to teams are Grando Padraig. I pulled him. He's really useful with his speed lead in dungeons. I use Zaharus as a speed lead in a lot of other things. Of course, we've got He-Man, Mavara, have arena speed leads, so they are my live arena and my classic arena team leads. In live arena, I will pick both, and depending on which one gets banned, the other will be the leader. These are my sort of epics and supports. In terms of my level 60 res, I've taken up her Cold Heart, because she's really good with her heal reduction on a basic, as well as her max HP damage, as well as the turn meter reduction. Cold Heart I took up quite early as part of my Demon Lord team, but then when I focused and lent more into Xenomorph, I realised because he couples with Theodore's poison sensitivity, and he has a 5-star soul with Brimstone, he is a lot stronger and has got more survivability with the gear that I currently can put on my characters. More recent ones, which I still need to sort of finish off in terms of their masteries. Royal Guard. I got Ugo, Dexicos, Husk, Runekeeper, Dawncaller, Sabbather, Gaiath, the Truth Shield, and they're ones that obviously I have just taken up, but I need to finish off their masteries. Once I've done that, I'll be looking to finish off, like I said, Kosk and Orpharian. I've started to level them up in Minotaurs, so I can start getting some of their masteries already. Finish off a few extra levels to maybe push up and get the last few rewards within the champion training event, because with this one it's only through levels and level upgrades. So I've got the shards required, so if I can obviously push a little bit higher and level up characters that I'm planning to level up anyway, and maybe see if I can get some of these legendary mats for the artifacts, because my artifacts are quite low, then that's always a plus. What I usually do currently, if it's downtime between tournaments, I am farming chickens. 12-3, which is, I suppose, what most people would say is the best place to farm, depending on obviously your affinity for your characters. But I do have Arn, and he blows them out the water. So even at my gear level, or the perceived lack of gear, he is pretty good. So I'll just leave it on auto in the background, and it shows how quick he can sort of burn through a tier. He is a transformative character. I pulled him the first ×2 primal event a bit earlier on this year. I attempted to get another mythical in the second one, but was unlucky. I didn't have any luck, unfortunately, for that, but that's fine. It pushes me closer to Mercy. So let's obviously have a look and go through everything now. So obviously I've got like the Pass Plus, so I swear by it for myself. I spend a little bit of money. I'm not talking like stupid amounts, but the auto level in this is a saviour. I usually put in 5 4-star or 5 3-star, so I can have loads of 4-star chickens to level up ready. And if you pull them out, you then get the levels that they've built up completely. So normally you would obviously click each level individually and you'd only get like a small point. So we've got 6,626 here. If I was to just take them out and put them back in, so I'll swap it with a different character and put them back in, and I'll do this really quickly. So take them out, put them back in. I'll do that with everyone. So it was 6,600, wasn't it? Then we are left with, I'll take them out completely, I'll worry about putting them back in later. And then so we go back to this now, and of course this is only 4 stars, of course, but we've got a nice little 330 or 320 points, which if you think if you time it so they're ready from 0 to 40 before the event starts, or if they're your 5-star chickens ready to just be used into taking a character up to 6 stars, that's a lot of points that you can save up before the event even starts, if you plan it right. So then we go into the different things. So dungeons, Iron Twins, I have got that unlocked. My usual team for this would be, depending on affinity, a group that will contain a speed lead, Padraic. If it is blue, I will put Zaharis in because he also has block buffs. Stag Knight MVP, I've got +4 of him, puts obviously the speed down on a basic. Mavara, obviously very tanky as a healer, good heals, strengthen as well. Also the fervor, which obviously gives the attacks on basic. Pelops, obviously needs no introduction. He is a great character, very tanky, very strong, and also does the reflect burn onto things when they attack him. Arnie, obviously he is a very new mythical, and I'm sure other YouTubers will give their opinions on him, but for me personally, he is transformative. He does a lot of damage. He's got a lot of survivability built into his kit, and he does really carry me hard. Obviously I've completed all of the different keeps, which goes out saying. Minotaur again completed. Event dungeon, currently I am at level 21, but I farm level 20 for speed. I need to push on with that, see how far I can get over the next 7 weeks. Hopefully I can get a little bit further, but in terms of obviously rewards, I'm now at the 5 to 6 star bracket, so pushing on more obviously just gives me an increased chance of the rarity. And then we go into the challenge stages. I don't think I'm going to be getting there, if I'm being completely honest. Spider's Den, level 22. I usually will just go back down to 20 to farm, so it's the 5 and 6 star artifacts. Ice Golem, level 20, and I will stage 20, and I'll farm there. I need to push on with this. Something obviously on my to-do list. Dragon, I'm currently at stage 3 hard, but as you can see, the times are quite excessive, so I need to be thinking of how I can speed that up moving forward. Fire Knight, again 21, but I farm 20, just so it's the 5 and 6 star artifacts. And then for Sand Devil, I'm at 15, and Phantom Shogun, I'm at 17. So I need to improve on these, and I need to work on teams for that. But my main focus, because obviously this is a game that I've come in quite fresh, was about Clan Boss. So everyone was saying, you got Ultra Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare. So I've personally got to a 2 key on Ultra Nightmare now. So if I was to go into it, my current top score, which I did today, was 56 million, and that's on neutral affinity. And depending on obviously the lesser affinity, it can have a low ball of around about 34. So I can 2 key it, and I do 2 key it most days. Sometimes if I have left it and it's a bad affinity, so if it's blue, so I've got 2 of my team are weak against it, I can be slightly lower, but I'm usually quite quick on it, and I can get 2 key. And of course I can 1 key Nightmare mode and Brutal, regardless of obviously what the affinity is. For Hydra, my current top score for Hydra is I do normal and hard, and I can max out both the crates for them with 2 different teams. My main go-to team, if my memory serves me correct whilst I'm on here, is usually Zaharis, Masahiro, I think it's Mavara. Oh, I'm asking myself now. I don't know. I need to look at that, and I'll come back to you guys. So and now I can auto it, so it's not too difficult for me to do. And the same for Chimera. I can do, my best is hard mode, and I don't do that currently because, and I've decided I'm just going to stick with easy and normal, because we finish currently in the guild I'm in, or the group I'm in, the clan I'm in. We do easy and normal and we complete them, and hard we usually get to about 30%. So rather get 2 normal boxes or 2 easy boxes than just 1 of the hard boxes, because I'm working towards Empress, and I've been trying to get at least the boxes every week. And I'm currently, for Empress, I am 45 out of 100. For Mithrala, I'm 64 out of 100. So I'm making good progress. So hopefully, if I keep at the current rate, I'll have completed Mithrala hopefully by autumn, and Empress by the end of the year. In terms of missions, if we talk about missions and we look at where we're at, I'm currently on this bit of a slog. I need to win 200 classic arena battles. I've already got my level 10 affinity bonus sorted, and then it is just a case of just doing dungeons, doing the boss damage and dungeons, which I have already been able to do. So it'll just be a case of slogging through them, and then I will have Arbiter. So that's great, and then I can start working on Marius missions. From what I hear, they're a bigger slog. So if we go to the Great Hall, I have focused initially on accuracy, because that's what I started on, and I suppose obviously the once I've invested, I wanted to max that out, and I'm then probably going to do the other two affinities as well, and then work on other things as I go. Arena bonuses, area bonuses, sorry. I've worked on Demon Lord, and I'm sure there'll be people watching this who are probably shouting at me, but this has given me a little bit of a lift that I needed to be able to get to that consistent 2 key. And then with that, I can then obviously press on with more sacred shards, and I can be more competitive when it comes to the fusions as they come around. Rather than me having to think about putting my hand in my pocket and spending money, I can be, well, organically getting sacred shards, void shards, ancient shards on the regular, on the daily basis, and therefore obviously it's paying for itself, I suppose. In terms of, let's have a look. So we're in arena. I'm currently in gold 5. I have managed to push to platinum, but I immediately get pushed straight back down again. These teams are quite difficult, and the way that I do climb currently is just by refreshing, finding a well, obviously there's not one here, but finding a lesser opponent, someone who's just posted a single character, fight them, and then move on up and refresh. So when I'm on it, I refresh every 15 minutes if I'm playing the game, find more battles, and then keep fighting on. Tag Team Arena, I'm currently stuck at, what's this? Is this 5? Now I'm asking myself. No, this is 4. So this is obviously bronze 4, with the next one being silver 1. I currently keep getting pushed back into the red, and then I push myself into neutral, and I've stayed here for quite a while. So my goal for this is to push into silver come Monday, and that way I can just keep simming it, and that will be a massive time saver, because obviously daily this is a bit of a bore fest. Some of the people's teams that are on there are they're massively better than me, both in terms of obviously team depth and strength, but also the gear that these guys have got, because I am very new and I'm farming gear and it's quite difficult. So these people obviously massively outspeed me. Live arena, I'm currently in silver 4, with the plan of obviously pushing up as much as I can. I try and do my 5 battles daily. Yeah, and then okay, Doom Tower. Last rotation I completed Dark Fae on normal, and I got up to the sort of the middle Dark Fae boss on hard. So I want to continue pressing on and seeing how far I can get in both normal and hard. Curse City, if I look here, this is normal. This is where I really suffer. My squad's depth really shows out here, because there are certain fights where I've barely got 60s, and some fights I literally don't. So some of these fights are obviously are doable, and I just need to sort of be finesse them a bit more, but some of them I don't have a lot of options. So here I've only got 6 60s available to me, and of them I don't think many are going to do much work unless I obviously change around gear or try really hard. So this is a work in progress. Hard mode, I make next to no progress. I'm still stuck on the first area here. Can't do I can't do this boss, and this one here I've literally got 1 level 60 available. So there's a lot to be done here. And then if we go lastly, obviously Siege is Siege. Lastly we go to Grim Forest. I completed normal last rotation, and I completed 2 out of the 4 bosses available for Leshen, and I was stuck on 2. So this time around I need to see if I can get this guy dead, and the blue one that looks a bit like Bells. He looks a bit like now I'm talking. Where is he? He looks a bit like this, but blue, and bigger, of course. So that's obviously my to-do list, and I've got lots and lots of things to do. And I've obviously clearly rattled along for more than long enough. What I would ask everyone here is hopefully you have enjoyed at least some of this. If there's anything that you've think that I've like skipped over that you'd like me to go over further, please let me know. And if you think that there's any champions that I'm sleeping on that I've missed, then please let me know in the comments, and I will, yeah, I will reply to everyone if I can. Thank you.